Pleasant good afternoon to you from the KXAN Live studios. I'm Billy Gates, and we have a little special show for you today. This is our Simple Health Q&A, and as you probably have realized, Monday was Memorial Day, so hopefully you're able to celebrate that whichever way you chose to. My guest today chose to celebrate it with a very crazy-sounding workout that has swept the nation since about the mid-2000s. It's called the Murph Challenge. And if you're unsure what that is, well, just so happens to be that I have KXAN broadcast producer Jose Torres here to tell you all about it. And Jose, just kind of let's get right into it, Jose. I mean, what is the Murph Challenge? How does it how did it get started, and sort of like what's its importance within kind of the fitness culture here in America?
Yeah, the Murph Challenge has become a tradition on Memorial Day for almost 20 years. And when you look at what it consists of, you're like, oh man, that is super tough. And it is, but it's also fun. So you start with a mile run, then you do it's a mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and a mile run to finish it off. You don't have to do it in like 100 pull-ups right in that order. You can divide it up into 10 rounds or however you want, as long as you do the 100 pull-ups, the push-ups, and the squats, the run before and the run after. It's fun when you do it with a bunch of people.
Is it fun, Jose? Is fun the word you would choose to describe that? We have different definitions of fun, apparently. No, like all jokes aside, this is a really neat thing that has a very, very sad beginning, which we'll get into in a minute. So, I mean, since we all know what the Murph is now, like you start with a mile run, and then you really get into sort of the more physical aspects of it. Not that running isn't physical, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just kind of drew a blank there for a second. I mean, just kind of like give us sort of the kind of genesis of this. I mean, how did it get started? Who is Murph anyway? Who exactly is Murph?
Yeah, we have a picture of Lieutenant Michael Murphy just to put a face to the story. So when people who are doing this fitness challenge, hearing Lieutenant Murphy's story it gives them strength to power through the 1 hour or 2 hours, however long it takes for them to finish this workout. Lieutenant Murphy was part of a SEAL team on a mission in Afghanistan back in 2005. Their mission was compromised by a guerrilla group that was tied to the Taliban. They ended up surrounding the team of 4, and the lone survivor of that mission ended up saying years later that the odds were against him because it was just a group of 4 facing 100 men with weapons. So during the shooting, Lieutenant Murphy risks his life. He's already been shot at, so they were taking cover, and he goes out of his way to get some type of satellite connection to make a call to make sure that somebody at base knows where they are and that they're in trouble. So he exposes himself to gunfire, and he gets shot again, and eventually he ended up dying. The lone survivor, Marcus Luttrell, ended up getting paralyzed, and somehow he was able to escape. He says he crawled his way out of that area, and he crawled 7 miles. I can't even imagine that.
That is crazy.
And luckily, a group of villagers took him in. They took care of him for a little bit, and when the rescue team came to look for him, one of the villagers delivered a note from Luttrell that said, he was alive and he needs help. So now you're looking at the video from earlier this week. Nabil went to go do this story just to kind of share what brings people together, and the person who helped bring this workout trend together. His name is Dr. Joshua Appel, and he was one of the rescuers who helped recover Lieutenant Murphy's body and rescue the lone survivor. And about 2 years later, after that mission, he was at his CrossFit gym and he saw a workout of the day. It was just called the Murph, and he was wondering. He was wondering, is this the same guy that I saved? And he looked into it, and it was, and he looked at what it consisted of. He's like, oh man, this is tough, but he did it, and he did it that year, and then the next year he convinced his entire team in the gym to do it with him. He got a good response. The following year, he and his wife ended up moving to Arizona, and he wanted to continue that tradition. So he found a CrossFit gym that he was able to recruit help to spread the word. And eventually for that year, 7,500 people showed up. And then the following year, nearly 10,000 people showed up to pay honor to Lieutenant Murphy and the other men and women who didn't get the chance to come home. And after seeing that success, he went to Lieutenant Murphy's father to ask permission to raise money for a scholarship in Lieutenant Murphy's name and help spread this workout, national. And today, gyms are now partnering up with other veteran groups to raise money for them, and it brings a lot of people to different gyms, people with different viewpoints, but they're all working together, pushing each other on to finish this workout. And when you see the people at the gym, it's really empowering and emotional too, because you don't know this stranger who is doing push-ups right beside you, and he's pushing you along. You don't even know him, but he's there, really passionate. He wants to make sure that you're done and that you pull through and power through it.
It's an incredible story. I mean, really, and Lieutenant Murphy was given the Medal of Honor for his acts of bravery in the line of duty there in Afghanistan, and I can't imagine the kind of stories that Marcus Luttrell has for being in that moment with Lieutenant Murphy, and then getting out of there and being able to kind of share what kind of person he was, and then coming up with this workout. CrossFit is known for really pushing the limits of kind of human fitness, and sometimes too far. But I mean, for this workout, the reasons behind it, I think that's enough. That provides enough motivation for somebody to really get through a tough workout like this. I know you asked me to come to CrossFit Central to do this workout. I had other plans that morning. I actually did go work out, but I didn't go do a Murph. But you and Ryan Chandler, one of our political reporters here, you guys both were able to sort of modify this workout when really it sounds crazy. Like, it sounds nuts. Like, an elite athlete can do this workout in about 30, 40 minutes, depending on how motivated they are and how fast they want to do it. But this type of workout can be tailored to any sort of athletic ability and fitness level, right? Yeah,
I've heard stories of even a 90-year-old doing the Murph challenge, and you modify it just like you said. If you have bad knees, you can get on the bike and do a mile on the bike. You're unable to do pull-ups, you can get on some bands or some rings and just lean back a little bit and pull yourself like you're doing a pull-up, but just you're not actually doing a pull-up. You can just modify them, and you don't have to do like the 100 pull-ups or 200 push-ups or 300 squats. It could be half of that. So maybe 150 squats and maybe 50 push-ups and maybe just 10 pull-ups. You can modify it as long as you do it together in a community. That helps.
Yeah, and I mean you can use it as sort of like a building block. So maybe you do like I believe some of them are called like a mini Murph. So like you can do like half of that, or just kind of like really kind of listen to your body. You start doing the workout, do what you can do, get to that burnout point, and then maybe next time you're able to do 5 more pull-ups. You're able to do 5 more push-ups, or 10 more air squats. So you can really sort of segment it and sort of build your way to doing a whole Murph.
And so Monday, Ryan Chandler and I were out. We were doing it outdoors, and the day started pretty cloudy. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be okay as long as it stays like this. But then the humidity got stronger and the heat index got hotter. So we were out there, and my personal trainer was out there as well. And he told me, just give yourself 30 minutes. Just do 30 minutes worth of this challenge and then, call it a day. And because I have a shoulder injury. And I said, oh, no, I can power through. And when I got halfway through, because we did 10 rounds, Ryan and I, when we got halfway through, I came to that decision, I came to that cross point where I'm like, well, I could call it a day. But then right next to me, Ryan was doing push-ups and squats. So that was motivation for me to keep going. And I'm sure Ryan can tell you the same thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of motivation to get all that stuff done, even when you modify things like that. Well, Jose, I mean, thank you so much. For those who aren't familiar with Jose's sort of fitness journey, he's an inspiration to all of us here at KXN, myself included. I mean, if you want to go ahead and share sort of your journey, Jose, real quickly with the folks who may not know. I mean, just kind of where has fitness become part of your life? And we all know the story here, but please tell the folks out there kind of where you're at with fitness here.
Yeah, 4 years ago, right around the start of the pandemic, I suffered a stroke, and that was really a wake-up call for me to get healthy and start investing in myself, and whether that meant, spending money on a personal trainer that will help me with nutrition and physical fitness. And I'm also diabetic, so there's a lot of complications that come with being with diabetes. So the stroke was really a wake-up call, and since then that really sparked a fun journey of half marathons, a marathon, an obstacle race, and then hopefully a triathlon in September, hopefully.
Well, next year I'll do the Murph challenge with you. How's that? Next Memorial Day, we'll get this done.
We got witnesses.
Okay, I know. I just sort of hung myself out to dry here. Hopefully, no one pulls us up a year from now and be like, "Hey, you said you'd do it." No, I'll definitely make plans to join you and do this, because it is very inspirational. Just the story behind it. You're raising money for a scholarship as well, which is something that I really love about things like this. Being able to help younger folks kind of get a head start in life. And that's definitely one of my passions for sure. And then just being more physically active, and getting fit, getting healthy. And yeah, Jose, thank you so much for sharing not only your personal story, but the story of this challenge that's it's gone nationwide thanks to CrossFit and a bunch of very motivated, very fit people.
Yeah. And it's good to hear the story behind what sparked this workout trend. And I forgot to mention that his family, Lieutenant Murphy's family, says this was his favorite workout.
That just, I mean, he's a Navy SEAL, so he's going to have insane workouts to do. But this is just, I mean, and this is probably like lightweight when it comes like Navy SEAL workouts. One thing we had mentioned is that this is also done with a 20-pound vest on.
Yes, you're right.
If you're able, so that just adds more to the fun, I guess. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching this Simple Health Q&A. That'll do it for today. For Jose Torres, I'm Billy Gates, and thank you so much again for watching, and we'll talk to you again very soon.